Hello and welcome to day 3 of the Real Food Reset. I am excited for today because today is a fundamental piece of losing weight, having more energy, but also having mental clarity. So first and foremost, I want to talk about why you should be chewing your food into small bite-sized portions and pieces. And you might be like, Lindsay, what the heck? Like, I thought we were talking about digestion. This is step 1 of digestion. Digestion starts within our mouth. A lot of people think that it starts in the stomach, but really, how does it get there? You have to chew it, you have to swallow it. Peristalsis takes it all the way down the tube, and then it lands in your stomach eventually. But where it actually starts is in your mouth. So what I want you to focus on today is chewing your food into bite-sized pieces. That means if you have celery and you're chewing and you're having celery with almond butter, fantastic snack choice, but I want you to be chewing that into bite-sized pieces. I want you to make sure that you can't separate the string from the actual pulp of the celery. If you're chewing an apple, you shouldn't be able to differentiate the skin from the flesh of the apple. It should be like an applesauce consistency when you swallow it. The reason for this is because you're increasing the surface area of your food, your actual digestive enzymes are able to get into all of the nooks and crannies of that food so that it can properly absorb and assimilate all of those vitamins, minerals, and the phytonutrients that are found in our foods that we're consuming. If we are not chewing our food properly and we're swallowing whole chunks of it, what's happening is it gets shuttled down into our stomach. Hydrochloric acid is trying to do the rest of the breakdown for us, but we're actually expending more energy digesting that food than we can be utilizing it. So if you find that you're hungry after having big heavy meals that you had to swallow and gulp down, that's probably the reason why, is your energy is being redirected from using it versus directing it directly to digestion and trying to break those foods down. And it's very taxing over time if you're doing that for all of your meals and your snacks. So a very simple health hack that you can do is just chew your food more. Chew your food into bite-sized pieces that are manageable, easy to swallow, that you don't have to choke down. But this does 2 things. So first off, it helps you digest and it reduces the amount of bloating and distension that you have. But it also forces you to slow down when you're eating, which means that you might actually eat less. Statistics and studies have shown that we have about a 20-minute eating window where past the point of 20 minutes, we start to fill up faster. So if a meal is taking you 20 minutes or so, you should be able to have, again, higher levels of leptin, which is your appetite suppressing hormone, which is what we want to be secreting. We want to have our bodies tell us that's enough, I've had enough food, versus gorging and consuming all of our food in a 5-minute window and then being left stuffed full to the brim, and then all of our energy being pulled into our stomach to help us digest and break down all of the mountains of food we just took in. So your focus for today is chewing your food into bite-sized pieces. I do want to touch base on a second topic, and that is digestion-focused supplements. So the first one is a probiotic. A probiotic is what I have every single one of my clients on, but I also take personally myself every day. A probiotic, what it does is it feeds the good bacteria in your gut, so it can help break down your food when it does get into your small intestine. Your small intestine really does all of the magic for absorbing and assimilating all of our minerals and phytonutrients from our food, but also helping to convert them into energy. So probiotics, a huge host for good bacteria, and it just continues to promote the growth of them in our small intestine. The second supplement I do recommend taking is digestive enzymes. What that means is that digestive enzymes contains all of the enzymes that we need to break down carbs, proteins, metabolize fats, and it helps us get into, again, the nitty-gritty of our food so we can properly use all of the energy found within them. If you're not chewing your food properly, or you can't be eating in a stress-free environment where it's calm and you're relaxed, I highly recommend that you're taking a digestive enzyme. I personally do take doTERRA's because I love how theirs are infused with essential oil, and this ties directly into our essential oil for today, which is DigestZen. Really what their digestive enzyme does is it has a combination of ginger, fennel, and peppermint in there as well. So 3 really supporting essential oils for digestion, but also for reducing bloating, cramping, and cramps. So if you haven't already, make sure that you're following along in the Facebook group. I've linked it below, but make sure that you can interact with us. So I'll be, again, going live this week answering all of your Q&As. And if you do anything today, just take more time chewing your food and being very mindful of the food that you're putting into your mouth, and chewing until it turns into a paste and you can swallow it very easily. So that is my tip for today. I wish you guys all the best, and like I said, I'll be in the group answering all of the questions you have for me. Until then, bye guys.